Hello everyone, let us see some of the MCQs. Now the first MCQ is, in delete operation of a BST, if the node is a full node, we either need in-order successor or in-order preceder. Now they are asking which of the following statement is true about the in-order successor. Okay, now I want you to pause the video and see the four options and try to answer yourself. Okay. Now suppose this is the binary search tree 10, 8, 6, 5 and this is binary search tree, right? Let me write 7, 9 and 8. And here you may have 8.5, okay, because it is greater than this. Now if I want to delete 7, you have to find the in-order successor. And what is in-order successor? You have to go towards the right and the extreme left. Now when you go towards the extreme left, there might be the right child of in-order successor, or there might not be right child of in-order successor. Therefore, the in-order successor is either a leaf node or a node which has only the right child. Therefore, what is the correct option? The correct option is B, which says it is either a leaf node or a node with empty left child. There might be right child. I hope you have understood it. And if you still did not understand, please see the delete algorithm which I did on a binary search tree. The next question, the question states, which of the following traversals gives the output of binary search tree BST in sorted order? Yes, that's very easy. I want you to write the output of this code, output of this question yourself. That's okay, that's very simple. The next question is, we are given with the pre-order traversal of the binary search tree and you have to write the post order and level order. Now, what is the first thing that is being processed in pre-order? It is the root. Therefore, the first element over here should be the root. Hence, what do I write over here? I write 30 because 30 will be the root. Now, the next element will be on the LHS subtree because it is 20. Therefore, 20 should be on the LHS subtree. It is a binary search tree as well. Now, it is 10. 10 means again on the LHS, this is 10. Next you get 15. Now where do you write 15? You write 15 on the RHS of 10. This is where you write 15. Next you get 25. You write 25 on the RHS of 20. Next you get 23. Now where do you write 23? You write 23 at this place. This is where you write 23. 39, it is greater than 30. Next is 35, this is where the 35 comes, and last one is 42. Okay, now if you take the pre-order traversal of the tree, see here, pre-order traversal of the tree is 30, 20, 10, 15, 25, 23. Next it is 39, 35, 42, you may do it. Now you have to write the post-order traversal of the tree and the level order. Level order I leave it to you yourself to write it. Now let me write the post order. What is post order? Left, right and root. Now you go towards the left, no left child, that means left is being processed with respect to 10. Now you go towards the right child. When you go towards the right child, there is no left child, there is no right child, you process the root, and when you process the root, what do you get? You get 15. Therefore, the first node to be processed in the post order is 15. And you go towards the root from the RHS. Now left is done, right is done. You have to process the root, and what is the value of root? The value of root is 10. All the three things are done. Go back to the parent from LHS. You go from LHS, now you have to process on the RHS. Now again you go on the LHS. LHS is done, RHS is done, process the root. And what is the value that you get? You get 23. All the three things are done. Go back to the parent from LHS. Now LHS is done, no RHS, RHS is done. Now process the root, and what is the value of the root that you get? You get 25. Now all three things are done. Go back to the parent from the RHS, left done, right done. You have to process the root, and what do you get? You get 20. All the three things are done. Go back to the parent from LHS. Is that okay? Now you go to the RHS, again you go to the LHS. LHS is done, RHS is done, and you process the root, and what is the value that you get? You get 35. The next value you get is 42. Okay, you come back over here, LHS is done now. Again, LHS, RHS and the root. Okay, and what you get? You get 42 and you return from the parent from the RHS. Now LHS done, RHS done, you have to process the root, that is 39. All three things done, go back to the parent from RHS and then you process the root, you get 30. This is the answer. Is that okay? This is the answer, and the level order traversal you write down yourself. Let us see the next question. Which of the following traversal is sufficient to construct a binary search tree? In order, pre-order and post-order. Option C is we need any one of those traversals. We need either pre-order or post-order, or we need both pre-order and post-order, or we need both in order and post-order. Those are the options. And in the last example, we have seen that we have constructed the tree with the pre-order. It means pre-order only thing is essential. Okay. Now this is the given last example. This is the pre-order and we have constructed the tree. And this is the post-order traversal of the tree. This is the in-order traversal of the tree. Of this tree. You may pause the video and see it. Now the question is, from this post-order, can I construct the tree? Only post-order is being given. Okay. Let's see it. From the post-order we can construct the tree or not. Now post-order means root is processed last. Therefore 30 should be at the root. I am only given post-order, nothing else. And I have to construct a binary search tree. Now we are coming from RHS to LHS. Now this is 39 greater, therefore it goes on RHS. 49 it is greater, therefore it comes over here. Next is 35, this is where the 35 is. Okay, next is 20, this is where the 20 is. 25, this is where the 25 is. 23, okay, greater and less, this is 23. 10, this is 10 and this is 15. Now therefore we were able to construct the tree from pre-order and from post-order. Can we construct the tree from in-order? It's not possible. Why? Because you don't know what to construct the root. Root is being done at the exactly at the midpoint. We know that. But is the tree a balanced tree? Balanced tree means what? The number of nodes on LHS is approximately equal to number of nodes on RHS. Can you guarantee it? You cannot guarantee it. Are you getting it? It means I do not know what is the root over here. Yes, you might say the midmost element. Now if I say the middlemost element 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, I will make 25 as the root. But is 25 the root? No. Therefore, given in order, you are unable to construct the tree. This is also done in the stats last semester. We convert the infix to prefix or postfix, and compiler evaluate in prefix or in postfix, not in infix. Why? This is the reason. Infix expression means in-order traversal, prefix expression means pre-order traversal, and postfix expression means post-order traversal. This we will see again in the expression trees. Therefore, the answer is either you need the pre-order traversal of the tree or you need the post-order traversal of the tree. Hence, the answer is 2. Either B or C. Either pre-order or the post-order. And if you need have both, okay. But given in order, you also need pre-order. Are you getting it? Why you also need pre-order? Because from 30, I say 30 is root. Or given in order, you need post-order as well. That means given in order, you need the help of pre-order or you need the help of post-order to decide on the root. I hope, are you understanding it? Therefore, the correct answer is either B or C, that is either pre-order or post-order. Okay, let us see the next question. In count equal to 1, now this is a global variable. Global variables means what? Shared among the different function calls. Okay, and this is the function given. You have to write the output for print root comma 3. On this particular tree, you have to write down the output. I want you to pause the video and write down the output for this. Yes, please do it. Please pause the video and write down the output for root comma 3, where the value of k will be 3. And remember, the value of count is a global variable. Is that okay? Now, after you write down the output of this particular thing, you also have to say what does this code do in general. And you have to say what does this code do in general. Okay. Now let us see what is the output of this. Now, we say print root. Now the value of root is 15, comma k. K value is 3. Now it's not 15, it's the address. Let us take 15 because anyway we are tracing it. Now whenever you have to trace, you have to give the line numbers. Let me give the line numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is line number 5. This is 6, and this is 7. And the value of count is equal to 1. Is that okay? Now you check. If root not null, yes. Count is 1, 1 less than 3, yes. Therefore, again you call the function print root arrow left. Hence we say print. What is 15 arrow left? 15 arrow left is 10, comma 3. We say 10, comma 3. Is that okay? And the return line number is 1. Again you go back. The value of root over here is 10 and the value of count is still 1, 1 less than 3, yes. Again you call the function print root arrow left. Print 10 arrow left is 8 and the value of k is 3 and the return line number is 1. Okay, again you go back. 8 not equal to null, yes, count is 1, 1 less than 3, yes, 1 is less than 3. Again you call root arrow left. Therefore, when I call root arrow left, it is print 8 arrow left is null and the return line number is 1. Now check here, if root, it is false, null is false, false and anything is false, do not execute this. Execute line number 7 which says closing bracket of the function is return. Where do you return? To line number 1. And what does line number 1? No assignment. Now you say count plus plus, the value of count will become what? 2. The value of count will become 2. Now you check, is 2 equal 3? No, 2 is not equal to 3. Okay, therefore you don't print root arrow data. Again you call the function on the RHS. Hence we say print of 8 arrow right. Now what is 8 arrow right? It is null and the return line number is, what is it? It is 5. It is 5. Okay. Now is null equal null? Is root not equal to null? The condition is false. We do not execute. Execute line number 7 which says return. Where to return? Line number 5, no assignment. Line number 6 is closing bracket of if, nothing. Line number 7 is closing bracket of function, return. Where to return? Line number 1. Now after you return to line number 1, what is the next thing you have to do? Again you say count plus plus. The value of count will become what? It will become 3. The value of count will become 3. Now is 3 equal 3? Yes, 3 is equal to 3. Therefore you print root arrow data. Therefore what is root arrow data over here? Root arrow data is 10. Root arrow data is 10. Now 10 is being printed. Now again you go on the RHS because you have to execute next line. We say print 10 arrow right. Now what is 10 arrow right? It is 12 and the value of k is 3 and the return line number is again line number 5. Now you go back. Now see here, 12 not equal to null. Yes, it is true. But what is the value of count 3? 3 less than 3. The condition is false. Therefore do not execute this. Execute line number 7. Closing bracket of the function is taken as return. Go back. Where to go? Line number 5 completed. 6 do nothing. 7 again return. Where to return? To line number 1. Now after you return to line number 1, you have to execute line number 2 which says count plus plus. The value of count will become what? 4. The value of count will become 4. Now is 4 equal 3? No. Again you say print root arrow right. Therefore I say here print 15 arrow right. What is 15 arrow right? 20, comma 3 and the return line number is 5. 20 not equal to null. Yes. What is the value of count 4? Is 4 less than 3? No, 4 is not less than 3. Do not execute this. Execute 7. Closing bracket of the function is taken as return. Go back. Where to go back? Line number 5 do nothing. 6 is completed. 7 is again return. Therefore, what is the output you see? The output you see is 10. Now you need to say what does this program does in general. What does this program does? Yes, can anyone say? Okay, this program will print the k minus 1th minimum of this tree. Okay, what is the minimum element of this tree? It is a. And what is the second minimum of this tree? It is 10. K, the value of k is 3. 3 minus 1. What is 3 minus 1? 2. It will print the second minimum of this tree. Therefore, this code will print what? K minus 1 minimum element of the tree. It might be a binary search tree or it might be a binary tree. It will print the kth minus 1 minimum of this binary tree. Suppose you need the 5th minimum. What do you write over here? You just have to pass 6. You just have to pass 6. 6 minus 1 is 5. It will give the fifth minimum of the binary tree. Is that okay? This code will find the k minus 1 minimum of the binary tree. And if you want to find the kth minimum, then what you do? You initialize count to 0. Now, if you initialize count to 0, it will give the kth minimum of the binary tree. Is that okay? I hope you have understood this. For int count equal to 0, you trace yourself, then you come to know that it will give kth minimum. And if you initialize k equal to 1, it will be k minus 1 minimum of this binary tree. Thank you. The next question is, while we add the following given elements into an empty binary search tree, what is the element at the lowest level? You need to find it. Okay, please pause the video and do it. Okay, let us see what is the answer. Now you entered 71, next is 65, less than 71, 84 greater than 71, 69 is less but it is greater than 65, 67 it is less than this, greater than this, and again less than this, therefore this is 67, and last is 83, 83 comes over here, and this is the final level, therefore the correct answer is 67. Therefore the correct answer is 67. That's very simple question. The next question is, given the post order and in order of a binary tree, it's not a binary search tree, okay, binary tree, you need to find the number of levels. Okay, now in post order traversal, whatever it is binary tree or binary search tree, the last node is always the root. Therefore 1 is the root of the binary tree, 1. Now in order traversal, whatever is there on the LHS, whatever is there on the LHS of root will be on the left subtree, and whatever is there on the RHS will be on the right subtree. And by default you find only one element on right subtree, therefore 3 should be on the RHS. Now 3 is over here. Is that okay? Now whatever is there on the RHS of 3 should be on the right subtree, and whatever is there on the LHS of 3 which should be on the left subtree. Now you don't have anything on the LHS of 3 and neither you have anything RHS on 3. Therefore this is the tree as of now. Is that okay? Now after this you need to find the element which will be processed on the left subtree. Now what will be the element that will be processed on the left subtree? It is 2. Therefore 2 has to be over here. Why 2 has to be over here? Because in post order traversal it is left, right, root. Suppose this is the only tree, this is left, this is right, this is root, 2, 3, 1. Now you have to search 2 in the in order traversal. Now this is the 2 in the in order traversal. All the now 1 and 3 is already done. 1 and 3 is already done. All the elements on the RHS of 2 should be on the right subtree. Therefore it should be 5. And all the elements on the LHS of 2 should be on the left subtree. Is that okay? Now all the elements on RHS of 2, RHS of 5. There is no RHS of 5. And all the elements on LHS of 2, there is no LHS of 2 over there. Now the next thing is, this 4 should be on the left subtree of 2. Why it should be on the left subtree of 2? Because suppose this is the tree. What is the tree I am considering? 4, 5, 2. What is the post order traversal? 4, 5, 2 is the post order traversal. That means if 4 is on this side, search 4. Now this is where the 4 is. Now all the elements on RHS of 4 should be on the RHS subtree. That is only 7, that is the only element remaining. And 8, 6, 9 should be on the LHS subtree. Now what should be the left child of 4? Go over here. Now 7 is done. Now it should be 6. Why it should be 6? Because if I consider only the tree as 6, 7 and 4, the post order traversal is 6, 7, 4. Now you search 6. Now this is 6. All the element on RHS of 6 should be on the RHS subtree, and all the element on LHS of 6 should be on the LHS subtree. Now you take the in order traversal. What is in order traversal? 8, 6, 9, 472513, and you take the post order traversal, it is 896745231. Is that okay? And how many number of levels are there? That's very simple. He has asked the number of levels. Okay. First 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Therefore, the number of levels is equal to 5. Therefore, the number of levels is equal to 5. Hence, 5 is the answer. The next question is, we are given a binary search tree. You need to find the fourth smallest element. It is very, very simple. What we need to do? We need to do the in-order traversal of the tree. In-order traversal of the tree gives the keys in ascending order. Okay, and in that ascending order you find the fourth minimum or the fourth smallest. Now what is the ascending order of this binary search tree? Yeah, please pause the video and do it. Now what is the answer? It is U, then you have Q, X, W, U, Q, X, W, then you have P, then you have Z, Y, P, Z, Y, and V. This is what you have. This is what you have. This is the in-order traversal of the tree. And what is the fourth minimum, first minimum, second minimum, third minimum, and the fourth minimum is W. Therefore, W is the answer. The next question is, we are given with a binary search tree, and if we want to delete the root 24, which node from the left subtree of the root? Now what is the left subtree of the root? This is the left subtree of the root. Which node you will select to be the new root? Now whenever a node is deleted which has the full node, which is a full node which has two children, both left and right, either we replace it by in-order preceder or in-order successor. In-order successor means go right and extreme left. That means in-order successor will be on the right subtree. And whenever I talk about the left subtree, it will be in-order preceder. And where will be in-order preceder? On the left subtree. And how do you find the in-order preceder? You go left and you go extreme right. And what is left and extreme right? It is 16. Therefore, the correct answer is 16. The new root will become the 16. And this 16 is what? In-order preceder. And why it is in-order preceder? Because it is on the left subtree. Had it been on the right subtree, you would have found the in-order successor. Now since this is the left subtree, you find the in-order preceder. That's the end of this. In the next video, we will start with the aerial trees. Thank you.